Today, guys, I'm traveling to Amsterdam in the Netherlands for the first time, and that is because I am competing on Saturday. It is Thursday today in the WNBF Netherlands, which is very exciting. So over here I have a couple of bags packed. This one is mostly just food. We've got some Snacker Jacks caramel rice cakes in there, some Cheerios, potatoes, in fact, just to kind of make sure I have enough carbohydrates for the rapid backload, which I'm doing. And this is my final day of depletion, in fact, with my coach, Cliff Wilson, who's known for the rapid backload. So I'll take you over all of the rapid backload and things and bits and pieces. You'll get behind the scenes and stuff as I go through this vlog, but I just wanted to document a little bit now. So guys, you're going to see some posing from my last morning of depletion. It isn't my most depleted because obviously this was my last day of depletion, but yeah, it's the morning of, and you're seeing the day prior to rapid backloading essentially, and there'll be another vlog on that coming. Obviously you've already seen show day, hopefully, and I just thought I'd talk a bit about the depletion in that I have only ever done a depletion peak once before. It's in 2017, and I worked with Jared Feather and Broderick Chavez to do that. And it was successful for sure, no doubt, but it was brutal. So I wasn't really looking forward to this depletion, but it was only 4 days. The depletion I did before was longer. And also there was a few modifications, one of the key ones being that training wasn't anywhere near as hard as my previous depletion. That was basically peak week, high volume, all out failure on everything. And that was really challenging, whereas this time round, I definitely wasn't taking things to failure or anything like that, which made it a lot easier. And then surprisingly, actually, appetite was okay, despite being in a big calorie deficit. And the fluids became much more habitual and easy to get in, even though I was only drinking about 4 liters previous. And then having to get close to 2.5 gallons was a big change for me. And peeing all the time was not the most fun. But overall, it was definitely an experience and a very, very positive one. And I ended up enjoying the meals that were just like greens and meat and oil. So anyway, just thought I'd give this a little bit of an insight whilst you saw my posing here. I thought I'd also add that obviously when you're trying to deplete, you're trying to completely get rid of as much muscle glycogen as possible. So you want to be looking flat. But in addition to that, it should be a hard, dry, flat look. That's what you're going for. So you look very conditioned, but kind of stringy and flat. You shouldn't look like a watery mess during this period of time. It's probably not the right peaking method for you if that's occurring, because it might be down to stress or something along those lines. So at least as far as I'm concerned, such depletion methods are only really appropriate for certain people at certain times and maybe certain categories. A little bit now, and you're going to see what most of my meals have been looking like just now. Effectively, greens, salt, oil, olive oil, and beef, and or chicken. And this is quite a lot of greens. I don't normally have this much. It's just I'm taking some broccoli and courgette with me later because this is higher volume. And this is meal 1. I have a couple of beef meals, and then the others are like chicken, basically. And yeah, very little carbohydrate because we're depleting glycogen stores to get a supercompensation effect tomorrow. I should also note, guys, something that was very different for me is, I mean, I've never used this water bottle before. It has 1.7 liters there. Is for since Saturday now. So I've done Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I've been drinking about 2 gallons of water, and just water. So you don't get any artificial sweeteners, nothing else like that. And 2 gallons, sorry, comes to between, it's like 7+ liters. And in fact, Cliff really wanted me near 2.5, but I was at 4, and it's just such a crazy increase for me. That I've been managing over 2 gallons, but not quite 2.5. In fact, tomorrow it wants 2.5+. So with all the carbs coming in, it will probably be easier. Whereas it was quite uncomfortable and challenging at first. It's become quite a routine and habit. Has led to me peeing more, waking up more in the night to pee up to 4 times at worst, more like 3 most of the time, which is not too bad. I'm typically a 1 to 2 peeing type of guy. So yeah, that's one of the other insights. Lots of water. Something also different during peak week is that I have cardio. So I'm on the treadmill now, and I'm on like a 5.5 incline, 3.2 speed, just a little bit more than your normal walk. Eventually, as I've only just started, but eventually I won't even be able to like hold a proper conversation like I can now, because I'm trying to do medium intensity steady state, not low intensity steady state. And it's only 15 minutes that I've been performing this Monday through Thursday, so there's 4 depletion days there. And again, I'm just burning through glycogen by doing this, making sure that as much of it is gone as possible. Again, that's similar to when I mentioned my water, so I've got 700 mils of water here. That is to help with the process of just depleting. So yeah, I do this before the session that Cliff has me doing. On Monday it was legs, then I did back, chest, and then arms, and everything was covered there. Today's like delts and traps, abs, and a little bit of calves maybe. I'll have to check over the plan, but basically bigger muscle groups to smaller, so that I am not holding on to any kind of muscle damage or unnecessary fatigue. So they're pretty easy sessions, to be honest. Just sat in the airport right now as I wait for Mike. He's picking up some dinner in Pret, and our flight's been delayed, of course, by about an hour at the moment. Fingers crossed it's no later than that, because delay's not ideal.
Rest of these short fighters, wish you a safe journey, and I hope to see you again on another EasyJet flight soon.
What were you going to say, sir?
Arrived at our Airbnb. Hopefully Mike will be able to get us in. How you feeling, Mike?
I'm feeling excited, and I'm
Excited.
feeling that
He's failing. Right. Stay
There we
tuned.
go.
Hey!
Here we go.
What time is it, Mike?
It is, well, it's
UK?
10:17, which would be 20 past 9 UK time.
Is it really that early? Isn't it later than that? Oh, your watch hasn't updated to the new time. Okay, that's good.
No, well, 20. Yeah, it says 20 past 10. So,
Yeah. So that's whether that's UK or updated time. I think that's UK time.
yeah, I agree.
I think it's actually quite late. Anyway.
It's late. My brain's not functioning properly.
Here we are. Very cool. Whoa, look at that. Cliff told me in an email just before we got on the flight to remove, I can't remember how many ounces it was, but it came 1 ounce. 1 ounce of either chicken or beef to remove it from one of my meals. And so we're here now and I'm having my final meal, which is chicken. And so I was just picking out pieces and I was like, I think this is probably 30 grams. And Mike was like, let's weigh it and see. And lo and behold, I perfectly got 30 grams. So I don't even eat chicken very often, but managed it somehow. I'm quite impressed with myself. Mike, you're about to sit down to a feast compared to me. I mean, it's a feast.
I've tried to be moderate with...
That doesn't help. Anyway, what macros are you on right now, or calories?
So we're on 3,800 to 3,900. So, yeah.
So you really needed the light popcorn, eh? I'm joking.
Just try not to rub it in people's faces, that's all.